Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott. She's not here. Melissa's not here. I'm doing this one solo because today I'm doing an unboxing.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life.
Generally, when we are traveling in our RV, Melissa has her little Google Maps or whatever, and she's telling me where to go. We had an occasion when we were up in Michigan that she was telling me where to go, but we came to a little old bridge tunnel type thing, and the RV wasn't going to fit, and we got into a little disagreement about it, and I backed up and went a different way, and then I decided we got to get an RV GPS specifically for RVs. What we ordered was the Garmin 890. Haven't unboxed it, just got it today. But let me tell you what I liked about it. Number one thing I liked about it, that it was RV compatible. So you can put in your information, your make and model, height, and all that stuff about your RV, and it'll take you on the roads that you should go on, and you won't have problems. Hopefully it's reliable. But the biggest thing I liked about it, how big this is. This is an 8-inch screen. There was a model, a little bit more, actually a lot more expensive, that was 10 inches. This is 8 inches. So I opted with the 8 inches. Hopefully I'm not going to regret it. As usual, I always want bigger and better. So maybe down the road we will get a bigger one. But this looks pretty big, as you can see, and we'll unbox it in a second. So just reading the contents here, it's an RV navigator with a large, easy-to-read 8-inch display, preloaded campground, and custom routing for the size and weight of your RV or towable trailer. It has RV parks and services, live traffic updates, there's voice assistant, Wi-Fi map updates, live weather. So let's see what's in the box. So this is what you got here. It looks like the quick start manual right here. This looks like traditional power cord that you would plug into the lighter, the old lighter. It comes with a mount of some kind, and that's going to be the tricky part of how I'm going to hook this up. In a perfect world, I would have had it built into the monitor in the RV, but we don't have that. All we have is a backup camera, and I don't think you can kind of hook this up to your backup camera, left and right hand camera. But if anybody knows a way to do that, please let me know, because I'd love to have that and not have to mount this. But anyway, here's it looks like a suction. This is a suction, so the monitor would probably hook up here. This, not sure. Oh, these are screws. I guess when you mount, they give you some screws here. Empty plastic bag they throw in. I could really use this for something sensational. Okay. This looks like another mount of some sort. I'll figure that out when we get to it. So that's a mount. This looks like kind of a USB port. It's probably to hook up in case you don't want to use the 12 volt or the 9 volt, whatever volt that is. So that's that. Not exactly sure what this is, but it probably has to do with the mounting as well. And then the key part of this is the very large, I mean, that beats an iPhone or anything else. So this product is ready to use. So I'll plug it in and charge it, and we'll see what happens. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. So on the side there's a button here that you just press, and it takes about a minute to boot up. So as it goes, there's so many features that this has. So you'll get to the warning, talks about not using this while you're driving, which makes sense. So you agree to that. And this is like the main menu page. So there's a few things here, as you can see. This is the crux of the whole GPS. You'll set the directions. This is the view map, as you can see. I preloaded various information on here, so I'll just show you an example. This button here, you press that, and what this enables you to do is to put in the information about your particular RV. So our RV is 36 feet 9 inches, so I put that information in. It gives you the length, the height, and the weight. With that information, you're able to, the Garmin device will tell you which roads you can go on and which ones you can't. So that's a good feature, and that's the main reason why we got this, because as I mentioned, there was a tunnel that I didn't think we can get through, that an iPhone map is not going to tell you. So you put this information in and it will tell you. The other thing which is neat here, over here, this one, that's a propane tank. So you put that information in about your propane tank, the weight of the tank, and so forth. And if you have multiple tanks, you can add a tank. The propane tank is important because certain tunnels don't allow you to bring propane tanks in. So you put that information in and it will route you around tunnels or what have you to miss those things. So if you go back, so the other feature here is if you the weather updates, so you can have that information. This is the current, wherever your current location is. You can also ask for the weather in locations that you're going to. So this is pretty neat. I haven't really played with this too much, but that's pretty neat. And in order to get this, you have to be hooked up to the internet. So there's a feature, if you go back a little bit, so various places, the settings. So this is where you would, the wireless networks, Bluetooth, all different things. So as I click through some of the other features here, so again, the where to, so it gives you put in the information, you put an address, everyone knows how to use a GPS. So if you put an address in, the house number, you put all that in. Okay, I'll keep going through this. We'll just back up. So national parks in the area where you are, it'll give you the different national parks, Biscayne National Park, Everglades, so on and so forth. You can scroll through all the national parks that are in your area or closest here. So categories, another thing. So if you want to find nearest rest areas to here or your route, restaurants, attractions, shopping, banks, ATMs, parking, lodging, and you could add other categories here. So this has KOAs. So you could hook into TripAdvisor through here. So for example, you want to go to casinos, plan RV services. This is good. This is RV specific. So you're looking for the nearest dump stations here. You're looking for the nearest propane places to get propane. Truck stops, which is important if you don't want to just go to a regular gas station. So if you click on that and you can press go, and it will route you to the nearest truck station. It has the distance.
Please drive to highlighted route.
So, and that's the other thing, this is voice activated. Not only does it speak to you, but you can actually program this if you wanted to tell it where you want to go. This is to do updates for your maps. If you want to set map preferences, if you want to put the icon on your map like that, you can do that. That's pretty neat. Actually, I'm going to keep that. That's pretty neat. What else do we have here? Traffic. So again, this can give you traffic alerts on here. So a whole bunch of information you can get on here. trip history, it's a trip planner. So if you want to do a trip planner, you want to do a new trip, for example, you put in all your trips where you want to go. So if you say you want to go to Canada, you put in the where you want to end and all the stops in between, so you can have this already set up in your GPS. So I mean, this is really, you know, again, the key to this is you are RV specific, so it isn't, you know, it's going to take into account that you're driving an RV. So the other thing you can do in here is you can set what speed you normally drive at. So GPSs often tell you you're going to be at a place in X amount of hours, but that's based on the speed limit speed. One thing you can do is you can set the speed that you want to travel. So if you want to travel at 60 as opposed to 70, you'll get there slower, but this will predict how long it'll take based on the speed you want to normally go. So that's, you know, many of the features. So another thing here, if you want to find, you're driving along and you press campgrounds, this will pull up all the campgrounds in the area. So you can see all these areas within 5 miles of us. So that's pretty cool, and you can obviously you can zoom in or zoom out, and it'll give you more options to go. And the view map, so if you want to view just the map, it gives you, you know, the arrival time, distance, speed, normal GPS stuff. So far we haven't tried the device. On a next trip we will, but I've been playing around with it, and so far what I see, it's very exciting. So until next time, we will see you down the road.